Hey everybody, it's me PATU and I am here with yet another video. I'm going to be sitting here to make plenty of videos. And this video is about just, I don't even know if I could say if it's a video vlog or what, but lately for these past several months, past going 6 months actually, I've been going through a lot. And it's not to say that I don't go through a lot at times. Everybody goes through things. But there's times in your life that you go through challenges, you go through things, and you think to yourself, what did I do? Is it something like karma? What is it? Like that everything's not going into plan or whatever. And I started doing fasting. And for those people like fasting, like, why was you like not eating and stuff like that? But in a sense of for spirituality purposes, trying to, cleanse my mind, my body, my soul. I started cleansing from March, actually up to now, actually all the way up to July. And what I've been trying to, usually when I do my cleansing, I've shaved my head, my actual hair bald. There's been a few times I've been bald. And I know some people are like, girl, I wouldn't go that extreme. And I wear weaves anyway, so it wouldn't make a difference. No one would really notice if I shave myself bald or not. But, maybe because I'm more deep rooted and I come from a very West Indies background. So usually, just like people with dreadlocks, believe in other spiritual people feel like when you've gone through so much in life, especially some serious hardship, it's best to get rid of all that negativity and cut off that energy. And one of many ways is your hair. And so this time I didn't do that. I went a little different route this time. And I've been going through like a lot mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Of course, I've had videos in the past where you guys see my weight fluctuating and things. And I finally got rid of diabetes, which is a good thing, but working on stress and things. I stress. Like many of you guys out there, stress. And I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to have to find a new, more magnetic, powerful connection, a way where I can connect with God bigger than I ever have, because there's a reason why my blessings are not coming through the way they used to, or the way that I'm not going to say I need them to, because I, as a Christian, I can't dictate what's good for me or not. Only God can. And so I fasted and everything like that. And of course, I'm a strong believer that God finds every type of way to get your attention, to talk to you, to give you a message, maybe in your dreams, maybe through talking to your spirit, maybe through somebody's message on a t-shirt or whatever, or seeing a saying on social media or something. There's many different ways. And I went to church in April after fasting in March. And I sat down and this preacher was speaking about how a lot of times if you feel like God has forgotten about you, he hasn't. It's just that maybe it's the things you're doing or not doing, things that you're saying or not saying, that is holding back your blessings. And that just being a nice person isn't enough. Believing in God is not enough. Doing the 10 Commandments is not enough. It's all about taking the time to connect, meditate with the word, and finding a way to connect in a much deeper level, and studying the word to find and compare your day to day of what you're doing, what you're not doing, based on his word, so that way it questions you. Are you doing that? Are you not doing that? And so I started fasting again and thinking, okay, now I got the answer. Why my blessings have stopped? There's something I'm doing and not doing. And God answered my prayers like back to back. I ended up having this Joel Osteen app, which I'm going to have the app link down below. Free app too. Great, amazing app. And it just so happened that in the app, like a lot of the biblical apps that they have out there, you have Bible study, you have the scripture of the day, the breakdown of what it actually means, and then once a week he uploads a sermon basically dedicated to the all 7 days scripture. So I watched a lot of the videos, and it just so happened that all of the videos that he had was basically showing about blessings. And I realized ever since I started applying the lessons from the Joel Osteen videos, and of course, as you guys can see, I have a playlist called God's Promises, which is basically a lot of the preachers are sermons that really speak to me that I add on there, because I believe in, I'm a strong believer in thinking positive, speaking positive, living positive, and all of those three things just magnifies greatly, where you can get everything that God, or whatever your religious belief is well deserving. And so in doing that, one thing I can honestly say is that one of the blessings they were talking about is be very careful of one of the things about that holds your blessing is be careful about what you say and how you say it, and if you're in your intentions, because at times you might say something or do something to someone with an intent that wasn't positive, and thinking that you're hurting that person, but you're actually hurting yourself. When you speak negativity onto your life or onto someone else's life, you're just attracting negativity back into your life. That's why in the scripture it says it's best to listen and speak slowly. Your tongue can hold back your blessings. And I mean, one thing I can definitely say that is true to that, and that's why I've always been very careful of what I say, especially if my intention isn't in a positive sense. Even if the person pissed me off, just be careful. Just better to be shut, keep my mouth shut, than to hold back any blessings. It's because I've seen a lot of situations where people have said things about me, whether I've known about it or not, whether somebody told me or not. It's always worked out where somehow, some way, whatever the person said about me that wasn't true would always happen to them, or happen to a loved one. Because at the end of the day, as a person, you're not supposed to go out and try to fight every battle. The battle of life, yes, but battle with people, not really. You're supposed to just focus on you. And by focusing on you, you give opportunities to be able to allow something greater, especially if you're spiritual, to handle that. The next main thing, because it was a lot, 12 lessons, the main thing was protecting your secret place. And in the Bible, they were speaking about your heart. Yeah, it's easy to curse somebody out when they offend you and all that type of stuff, but it's better to just keep the inner peace and don't allow strife, drama, any little thing to take place in your secret place, because by doing that, you're just blackening your heart, and at times it just makes you and grows you into become a bitter person. And it's kind of hard to connect, especially when loved ones are reaching out to you and trying to connect with you, or even when God or whoever your higher person is to connect with you, because it's so dark that you're such in a negative place that not only are you exuding negativity, it's coming to you too. You're exuding negativity, so nothing positive can come in because you got so much negativity stacked up. And then the other main thing out of the 12 that stuck out to me is blessings always come with blessings don't just come as blessings. Just like there's a moon, there comes a sun. Like everything, there's a yin and yang to everything. And as to be able to continue a positive life where you are blessed with abundance and everything like that, and to continue being positive in a moment where you don't feel so positive, you just have to start thinking more of the sense of if everything is a balance, if there's a heaven or hell, if there's a sun and a moon, uh, uh, all these balances, you can't expect in reality that you're going to have great things happen and not have something negative attached to it. The best thing about that is not allowing the bad outshine the good. And a lot of times there's a lot of opportunities that could come your way, a lot of blessings, a lot of God's favor or whatever religious belief you believe in that could be put in your life. But the but in many ways, God, as since I'm a Christian, would look at it as, I would bless this person, but I feel like instead of them enjoying the blessing, instead of the 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 heavier end that comes with it, all it's going to do is, instead of her enjoying the good, she's going to complain about the bad and not enjoy the good. So at times when God looks at it like it's going to be more of a hindrance to you, or you're going to complain about it and you're not going to appreciate it much, he's just rather not give it to you. And so in that, you have to learn to not complain, not waste your time on, man, I got a brand new car, but the gas prices are high. Like, man, why I got to pay so much high gases, or the insurance is so high? Be blessed that somehow, some way, God worked, or whoever you believe in worked in your favor to be able to give you the opportunity to bless you with a vehicle. And that even though, yeah, the gas prices are high, yeah, the insurance is high, but at the end of the day, he blesses you with the opportunity and the ability to accumulate the money to be able to do it. It may get annoying at times, but at least if you think that way, live and breathe that way, the negative starts lessening, and then the blessing could become a lot bigger. That car can go from taking you to run errands to one job to a better job, to taking you from one place to a place where, or a place where you can surround yourself around people you never thought, that can give you open a lot more doors, because God can use those people to be able to do things. And the other thing I definitely learned from what holds your blessing back is, don't depend on people, but depend on something greater, which for me is God. And the thing is, I can say that has helped me tremendously. A lot of times, those that you depend on and lean on most, and those who always has your back in the moments where you feel like, damn, I really wish they had my back at that time, and I don't like them, or I felt a certain kind of negative way about it. Don't feel negative, because there's going to be times where you're going to go through your trials and tribulations, and you're going to think to yourself, damn, this person usually had my back. I'm pissed off because they didn't have my back. You have to think of it. God is trying so hard to get your attention, to have you realize that you don't need people. You've gotten this far in life without people, whether it looked like people was there for you or not. And he's going to do whatever he can to manipulate situations or fix situations where he'll put something in that person's life where they won't be able to even have opportunities to help you in your situation. So in that, you can't depend, and you should not ever depend on people. In fact, you should put all your beliefs and love and admiration and dependence on God. And with having that, God will be able to give it back to you in full. And he uses people and relationships and opportunities just to set you up to get you to where you need to go. And with that being said, there's times when things come crashing down, things don't go out the way you don't work out the way you want it to. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that you failed. Because if you take the time to really sit down and really look at your life as a whole, you start to think to yourself, man, had this certain situation not happened to me in my life, had I not gone through this tumultuous, just messed up situation in life, I would have never been able to change up my plan, change up the way I think, come up with a plan to overcome it, to even get to the other side. Or a lot of times it's just meant to change your direction in life to get to the path you should be on. So this is what the message is for me today that I want to share with you guys. these are some of, not all 12, but some of the things that stood out to me that I've learned from the Joel Osteen app on ways that I feel like I've hold my blessings and things like that. And I've realized once I started implementing those 12 things in my life, I really started seeing a change. And I really started choosing to make better choices for myself, better choices in my life, and be aware of the fact that my reaction and non-reaction, my verbal and non-verbal, and whatever decisions I make and non-decisions I make, I have to be mindful because, you know, I can't just being a good person is not enough. You got to go above and beyond because you are serving above and beyond God. And He doesn't expect you to be perfect. He doesn't expect you to give your life over or change it for it to become better. It just takes time to even get to that point. So that was just pretty much the gist of the video. So if you guys like it, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to comment and share because sharing is caring. And I love you guys for watching. And like I said, when life gives you lemons, make a strong lemon margarita. Bye, guys.